Hey, everybody. Welcome to Functional Yoga Medicine. My name is Dr. Connie Cheung. I'm the host of this show, and I would love it if you guys would subscribe to our podcast. It's Functional Yoga Medicine. It's the highest elevated experience as well as education that we provide to any wellness and health oriented practitioners or holistic practitioners who really want to cultivate their own healing journey and share that with their patients by the vehicle of empowering them to have sustainable lives where we demonstrate as practitioners, as opposed to just talking about health and wellness. We really showcase exactly how that can be done using our successful framework, which I call the Alkaline Methodology, with 4 essential elements to help you to elevate your practice to a whole new level. We don't just talk about integration, we really do integrate the practices with the 4 elements, the transformational coaching with the modern medicine and holistic medicine piece, the second element, as well as the ancient medicine or ancient wisdom piece, where it incorporates energy medicine as well as yoga. And finally, we also incorporate the business mastery so that you can really leverage all the knowledge that you have and become masters of your own business so that you can live and work life and career on your terms by making impact in the lives that you serve in the most profound way. Today's episode is all about why you need the essential or this particular essential skill to improve patient compliance. So I want to just emphasize that most practitioners or any health and wellness advocates or coaches, they consider knowledge to be so important because we are so busy getting this certification, knowing that thing, and chasing after all the knowledge we can in our efforts to help our patients. But remember, knowledge is only as good as your coaching skills, right? Okay. Because when I was starting out as a registered dietitian, even though I had all tons of knowledge in biochemistry, in all the macronutrients, micronutrients, phytonutrients, and all the pathological things when it came to nutrition, unless I was able to coach my patients to be self-compliant, self-empowered to do the things that they need to do, i.e., specifically follow a specific diet if you're diabetic, or somebody with nephrotic syndrome, with kidney diet, as well as somebody has heart disease, they need to follow a heart healthy diet as well as exercise. So it really required them to really show up for themselves to do things because they only have an hour with me in a week's time, and the rest of the time they have to comply. But we all, as practitioners or dietitians, we would be rolling our eyes because that patient is not compliant. They'll give us empty nods and in agreement when we're in our consultation. But once they go home, their fluctuations in blood glucose levels as well as cholesterol levels, if they had heart condition or kidney diets, were out the window. Okay. So I really want to really tell you that the key essential skill is your coaching ability to allow the patients and really get them from point A to point B and really change their perspective enough and believe in themselves enough to show up and comply with whatever that you are recommending. That's a key thing. Because as a dietitian, like I mentioned, I treated tons of diabetic patients, heart disease patients, but patients really don't comply simply because they're overwhelmed, they're confused, and once they go home, there's a lot more confounding variables in their lives. They have spouses to consider, their kids, they have activities, they have outings, they have lives that they have to show up for, they have birthdays, they have anniversaries. And then all the things that we teach them goes out the door. One, because they're not able to understand the importance of it. They're not able to really buckle down in their identity and the importance by which how they need to show up in their lives for themselves and really fix the perception, the identity at the core level. And they don't know exactly how to do that. And so it's up to you to improve their tolerance and compliance, because let me tell you, there's a lot of health coaches out there, dietitians, nutritionists, yoga teachers, medical doctors. Unless you have the coaching ability, you'll never elicit a response or a long-term sustainable compliance from your patients. And that's really frustrating for us practitioners because we've done our part two-dimensionally to really share the knowledge, but we didn't provide them with the coaching ability to get them from point A to point B. In physical therapy, it's the same thing, whether it be low back pain, whether it be, autoimmune condition that's eliciting a full body pain cycle, or a surgery, post-surgery in the shoulders, hips, and knees, or whatever, or a significant or motor vehicle accident. I can't talk today. Motor vehicle accident that really caused a lot of issues in their skeletal system, their healing, or maybe they had their leg amputated due to diabetic complications. Whatever the case may be, they need to learn how to walk, and they need to comply at home with the home exercises because, again, insurance only pays for an hour of our skilled service twice a week for, say, 4 to 6 weeks. And then after that, you're on your own, or the patients are on their own. So it's important for them to want to comply. And unless we have that coaching skill, the patients don't really make a connection with their own bodies and with their own self-importance enough to really have the self-empowerment enough to sustain their activities that we've taught them. So this is really, really important that you learn the coaching ability, and that's exactly what we teach in the transformational psychology, by really understanding the coaching skills that you need to really elicit a response in the patients. It's by a lot of the counter examples and a lot of sleight of mouth techniques and patterns that you can address. And really, one of the key things that I really teach with my patients is really challenging their inner beliefs about why they can't or why they can, right? Or usually it's all about why they can't do the thing that you're asking them to do. They'll give you tons of excuses, and you can really nip that in the bud by asking the right coaching questions to elicit a profound aha breakthrough moments in the lives of the patients. So a lot of the times when patients are sick, going to the doctor, taking the meds, and adopting a healthier diet, and these are all common sense things for us practitioners, but patients don't comply and end up sicker and sicker, and it's a progression for them. So while the medical system is really good for acute illnesses and emergency issues, it's really stellar for that. But for chronic issues that patients have to live with, it really does fail the patients because it's not a sustainable long-term solution to a chronic issue, because the medical system relies heavily on the management with medication, sometimes for life, and lack the self-empowerment for the patients. So the ultimate goal for the patient is to be able to have all the tools that they need to feel better by adopting a healthier diet, not just by knowing, but really getting in tune with their own bodies, teaching them. You as a practitioner can be teaching them the breathing techniques, like just simple breathing in for 5 seconds, simple breathing out for 5 seconds, teaching them some yoga techniques to really feel and get rid of their pains, and really coaching them through why it's important, addressing their core beliefs or the lack of the strong positive beliefs by giving them positive affirmations, really going to the underlying limiting beliefs that they hold. By bringing awareness to their limiting beliefs, you can sort of awaken them to really recognize, aha, I think I can't, so that's why I don't show up for myself. Or they lack the self-love and self-respect enough because of the old wounds that they constantly hold on to. So it's your job to break them out of that cycle so they can be here and now, be present in their lives so that they can do all the things to help themselves going forward. These are all the things that we need to consider. Look at the patient as a whole and allow them to practically show them exactly what they can do to pull out of the negative beliefs that they hold. And a lot of the times they're stuck in the past of who they are, that they bring that past to the present, even when the present is nothing like the past. And they have the ability to really cultivate a brand new future. They get stuck in the past of their limiting beliefs and their identities, bring it to the forefront of their current lives, and only project what they know from the past to project it onto the future, manifesting exactly the past and projecting all of that. And unless they take responsibility for themselves of how they see how they're doing it, they will never adopt the healthy diet, take the medication short term, as well as to show up themselves on the yoga mat long enough to really produce the results, because they will always overthink their way back into the habitual cycle of this negative thought patterns playing over and over and over again. So again, it's nothing big. It's really asking the right coaching questions to address the awareness to their limiting beliefs and their identity that they hold, because chances are the identity that they hold is in alignment. So let's say if they think they're broken autoimmune patient, that's their identity, then they're going to be aligned. Whatever that they do every day is going to be aligned with their identity, and their core beliefs is going to be validating everything that they hold as their identity, which is a broken autoimmune patient. From that place, they're going to be projecting that out into their lives so that that's what they're manifesting. So there are 6 pillars as well as 2 elements, and each element has the 3 pillars in the first and second element of the Alkaline Methodology. It's a framework by which we work through to learn the coaching aspects to pull them out of their negative cycle into the positive one right now, so they can step into a powerful role that they can play so that they can project a brand new potential future that awaits them, that can have unlimited ability to grow and evolve and heal. Most importantly, it takes them from dependency to independence, from disempowerment to empowerment. Okay, because the truth is, we as practitioners, we can explain and educate what we know all day long, but unless we elicit an inner shift in them, we will always be limited in our ability to make impact in the lives that we serve. So if this is of any interest to you, I'm going to be offering a free training in June, middle of June, and I'll give you the specific dates, but the link is below for you to sign up for free to get waitlisted, so you'd be the first to know in our functional yoga medicine training, where I teach you all aspects of this so that you can have a clear blueprint that you can utilize right now to have more impact. And the link is below for our free breakthrough training that we are offering right now. So go through that training, see if it's of interest to you. Come hang out with me on Instagram at Dr. Connie Cheung, as well as to subscribe to our podcast, Functional Yoga Medicine. It's the best in the industry that incorporates and finally puts all the pieces of the puzzle together, so you're not held to some scope of practice, but it allows you to finally connect the dots to really showcase exactly how your patients can really apply this in their own lives, as opposed to really 2-dimensional treatment. This becomes 3 to 4-dimensional ways that they can apply and live their lives that can truly impact their lives in a way that really elicits a ripple effect into all aspects of their life. And it's the most edifying and most satisfying that's going to be in alignment with the passion that you hold in helping people. So sign up below, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a Have the most amazing week, and I'll see you guys